And this is Reverend Lisa Ray, and I'm opening up with a prayer today that is from one of our presenters, Sean Trimble, and this is the prayer. On this day, 30, from where we began, love is all there is. Good great God, good great Mother, Father, universal power of all there is. I bow my head toward the presence of love. Love that is above me, love that is beneath me, love that is all around me, love that is everywhere present, and to the love that is vibrating through the channel of this phone call. I bow in the presence of love that is vibrating through the channels of each and every one of us who carries a message that will be planted in the hearts and minds of those who will surely be touched, who have already been touched. I bow in the presence of each and every one of you in gratitude. For I believe a shift has already taken place. May the love that we are pour out a blessing so there won't be room for anything else. Amen. Ashe. Aho. Sean. Thank you, my sister Sean Trimble. Yes. Thank you for that beautiful, blessed prayer, which was the opening prayer for the first day. And it's just magnificently correct that it is the prayer that begins our closing day of 30 Days of Love. This day is day 30. This is Reverend Lisa Ray speaking. And I see that there is some issue on the sound. I hope everyone can hear me, that my voice is coming through clearly. This day, like I said, is day 30 of 30 Days of Love. And we have, for the last 30 days, been experiencing love on many levels. We have heard from some magnificent speakers that I will give thanks to later in our session. And we have also sent love and had some fantastic experiences with the love that's coming through. The experiences have been that we've seen the University of Missouri, the president of the University of Missouri, step down as we sent love to all the hurt places within us. We saw the situation in Chicago where a young man had been shot a year ago, and the judge decided to release the video of the shooting and the healing that ensued and that is still ensuing from the release of that video to allow the city to heal, to allow the city to experience what actually happened and to say, this is a hurt that I now have to heal. We experienced with our Scientology love offering, the individual to whom love was being sent had a rainbow show up in their backyard. We've experienced the plan of a hate group in Virginia being thwarted by the FBI. All of these things we are claiming with the love that we have sent to those people who have outpictured anger, hatred, love, or violence or violent thoughts towards others. Today, I am starting, I am sending love with the group that started it all. Back in April, I had heard that the Ku Klux Klan was sending out pamphlets in Georgia and South Carolina to get people to join into their ranks. And at that time, I simply spoke out to God and said, God, why is there still this hatred and this racism going on in our country? And I got the pure, clear answer from God that it was because of the fear that they hold within themselves. And all they need is love. So that's what's the start of this campaign. That's what we have been doing each and every day, is sending love to someone's heart or mind that holds fear within it. And how did that begin? And it came to me this morning as I was speaking to a friend of mine who was also a presenter, Reverend Dr. Bobby Yarbrough. And as we were talking, he made the statement, and then there was hate. And from that came a poem that I wrote this morning. And this is that poem. A feeling of loneliness, a feeling of smallness, feeling all alone, misunderstood, mired in the morass of unforgiveness, steeped in the anger, surfaced because of my own inactivity, roasted on the spit of my parents' anger, angry for the land that lays fallow due to my own neglect, enraged for all this because of they that no longer toil for free, they that no longer work and scrabble in the hot sun for my family's salvation, they that abandon us for their own dreams. In my forgetfulness, I lost the idea that I am the master of my own destiny, not another person. In my forgetfulness, I forgot this they are my brother. No, they are me. Forgive me. So, as we see this group, this person, this organization, this thought pattern, this energy pattern of hurt and fear and forgetfulness and separateness, we say to them, you are me and I am you. We place them before us. We let them see. We see them sitting in a chair in front of us. We see them dressed in their full regalia. We see them as they like to see themselves. Though this may be more than a vision of a person who is in the Ku Klux Klan or in a Nazi group or in a skinhead group or in a group that just feels that they need to hate because they have looked into the mirror and seen something that they don't like, and whatever that is that they don't like, we now see in front of us. We see them sitting there before us. We see that energy surrounding them. We now receive within us light from above. This light is coming to us from the divine cord that is connected to God, Goddess, and all there is. This golden cord, this divine cord, is a conduit for light. It is a conduit for grace. It is a conduit for peace. It is a conduit for joy. It is a conduit for love. This conduit is bringing all the attributes of God into us. It is placing that joy in our minds, in our bodies, going through our feet down to Mother Earth. It is taking that peace and placing it in us. It is transmuting and transforming all the nervous energy, all the active energy into comfort. Breathe. Each breath you breathe is breathing all the attributes of God into you. This is the divine, natural attribute of you. You are receiving the DNA of God into yourself. Your DNA is transforming. It has transformed. Every breath you take brings more of this DNA into you. So there's less of you and more of God, which makes more of you. You are greater, more magnificent, holding more light, shining more light, enabling more light. You now send all of this, that which you are, to that being in the chair in front of you. You send it from your heart. You feel it energetically flowing to them, transmuting them as you have been transformed. You see the change taking place within them right now. And I feel your energy. I feel your energy flowing now. You are transforming them. They are receiving the light. They are receiving the love. And now let's receive it back from them. See it lovingly coming back to us. This continuous cyclical process that happens. When you send love, you receive love 100-fold. It comes back even cleaner and more lovely than it was when we sent it out. You just sit with this for a moment. And I would like to ask if anyone has anything that they would like to add, ask, or share about this experience.
Okay, I'm going to open the lines. Okay, looks like the lines are open.
Can you hear me? Is it working,
Yes,
Elisa?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hi, Malika.
This is amazing that we are completing the 30 days today. It's been an amazing, courageous journey that you have accepted and said yes to and shared. So I just want to thank you for the bold, courageous stand that you've taken to make a difference on the planet because it is, like you said, it has made a big difference and will continue to.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, I
Go ahead.
I do have a question
Mm-hmm.
as we were doing that meditation and we were sending the light to those in front of us, and I imagine many different individuals and many different groups that, of course, are projections of myself. Um, and then you said, imagine that pure light and love coming back to us,
Mm-hmm.
more pure. And I had a thought that came to me is that, I'm not sure that that part of us was really open and ready to receive it all, even though I, in the moment in the prayer, can receive it and send it out. If getting it back from that part of myself, those parts of myself, if that light is going to be as pure, because it may not have been received. So I saw myself saying, well, I'm not sure if I want to get it back from those who aren't ready to receive it. Can you
Mm-hmm.
say something about that? Because you obviously were channeled and led to speak to it in that way.
When when we set forth the intention to place God into anything, to send God into any situation, when we remember one that we are all simply thoughts of God, and that individual that you're sending it to is also a thought of God,
Hmm.
and you keep that highest thought of them in front of you, then it can't come back any way but pure. Okay?
Hmm.
They are a pure representation of God once we sent God there.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and it is truly our faith that knows that once God goes before us, there's nothing that can stand in our way. There is no power greater. So it does come back pure just because we know what we know.
Hmm. Hmm.
We know about what we sent to it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It's the trusting in me.
Yes. Yes. We know. It's a leap. But if we, and I would like us to go back to lesson 161 in A Course in Miracles, because that's what this whole entire progress, this whole entire month of love came from. And it says, give me your blessing, Holy Son of God. Because as we do this, as we did that process, we recognize the holiness within that person to whom, or people, or individuals, or groups, or whomever that we sent that light to, because they are holy sons of God. There
Yes.
is, yes, each and every one of us is a holy son of God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have recognized. Once we allow it to come back to us, we recognize the holiness within them.
Yeah.
And that's what allowed it to come back so clear.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you.
You're
Can I
welcome. Yes.
let me piggyback on a couple of things? First, as you were doing the prayer or light meditation as well, the first thing that came to me is, number one, is to say thank you for this incredible journey and remembering that love is who we are. And the Course in Miracles tells us that is what we are, and that's what we should teach only. Teach only love. And staying in the vibration of love, even when our brothers and sisters have lost the awareness, doesn't mean that that love is not there with them. So
Exactly.
it's going back to Malika's question, and that those who are not standing in the grace of love and not ready to receive love, however, they were made of love. They have simply, as the Course would say, they have lost their minds. They believe they have lost their connection to the Creator, because the Creator is nothing but love. And when I kept hearing you speak, Lisa, the words that kept coming to my mind is perfect love casting out fear.
Yes.
Perfect love casting out fear. Because if you look at what the Klan represents, it represents total fear. And it
Mm-hmm.
wants to instill fear into others, which is so appropriate and aligns itself with what's going on in the world, as the ego uses fear again to attack and to separate. It's always to attack and to separate. So those of us who represent or are cognizant of the fact that we are love, that we are here to teach only love.
Mm-hmm.
Only love is what we're here to teach, and to see, as the Course in Miracles says, when they're acting out, they're no longer aware of themselves of love. So that truly, when they attack others, they are attacking themselves.
Yes.
It's all part of that oneness. So
Mm-hmm.
this has been just an incredible, incredible journey that we can say quite proactively, I mean very proactively, that we're standing in for love and nothing else.
And nothing
So I
else.
thank you. And irrespective of how others may act or react, we're staying focused and love-centered. That's the lesson. No
Yes.
matter what is going on, you just stay love-centered. You
Yes.
will be that, and there's no denying that you will be a conduit for God's love and grace on this earth. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
This is Reverend Kelly. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you also, Lisa, because I guess all of us are feeling the same vibe, because just the word, I couldn't get my phone together, which is why I didn't say hello at the beginning of the call. By the time I got it together, you were already recording, so forgive me. But was coming up for me. Because for myself, I know that sometimes the energies that feel so chaotic or angry or bad, I'll just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It feels as if it could threaten my own ability to love in the face of it, when it comes at me.
Yes.
Like my own ability to love is endangered by what I am looking at. And so there's a tendency for me to step away from it or not want to deal with it because I want to continue to feel loving and feel the bliss. And it's almost as if doing this work has empowered me and I think others not to cower in the face of what we see that is disguised as an absence of love, but rather
Yes.
to stand and call the love forward. I was thinking this morning, distill from that the love that is present and emit that love back out into the universe, because we know that there is never an absence but always a presence of love. So it has been a powerful experience to engage in and has transformed my own personal interactions on a daily basis, just at the micro level and at the macro level. So thank you, Lisa, and all of the presenters for keeping the energy of love first and foremost in my spirit and supporting me and being a stand for that at all times.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Reverend Kelly. Yes. You have been wonderful. You have been, your insightfulness and your contributions have been magnificent. And I thank you and I honor you and I honor all of the presenters that have been here for 30 Days of Love because I have learned so much from each and every person. I but one of the things that I've personally learned is the strength of love. You know, we've heard the terms love is all there is. We've heard the term the power of love, but we've actually seen it in action within ourselves and within others and within people across this nation. We did what we put forth in our intention. Not we did it, with God we did it. To be
Yeah.
absolutely honest, yes. Because it wasn't us, because God is love.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
all we did was say, okay, God, here you go. We got this one, we got that one. Here you go. We're sticking you on it. Okay. That's the joker in me. But when I see God in action and I see the joy that I derive from the experience of what's happening, it's just so beautiful. It's somewhat daunting, but it's more beautiful than that. It's more magnificent than that. It's more healing than that. And I have two things. I have hundreds of people to thank. I have each presenter of 30 Days of Love to thank for the beautiful energy, the beautiful thoughts, the the even the selection of to whom we would send love to for each day. That was magnificent. I could not have guessed or imagined that we would have chosen what we did. And I thank you all for the collective energy, for the oneness that has been created because of this, for the healing and the consciousness of love and the consciousness of Christ, the consciousness of God, the universe, and all that we are anchoring on this earthly plane right now. I thank you for all that you have done and all that you will continue to do because this is just the beginning. We have not finished this race. And I have to give a special thanks to my co-organizer, Siobhan Morton, for her beauty and her insightfulness and her messages, and for her simply having my back at all times when anything could have gone wrong with this. And I thank you so much for that, Siobhan. So,
Oh, thank you, Goddess.
you're so welcome. You're so welcome. The word that came up for me today as a keyword, and we know that our listeners are collecting each and every one of these keywords so that they can send them in an email to prayermasters@att.net with their name and address so that they can receive in the mail their free gift for participating in this love marathon. So the key word today is holy. Holy. Holy, because we are each holy beings of God. We are all standing in our holiness. And does anyone else have anything else they would like to add, ask, or share? Yes.
This is Reverend Clarence. Just as you are beginning to wrap things up, and I wanted to piggyback on something that Malika also said. She hit on the point of the whole notion of projection, of not truly seeing ourselves as one. When we project, we're not seeing ourselves as one. And the Course, of course, has a wonderful passage found in chapter 6, section 2, paragraph 2. And it's a small paragraph, but I think it wraps up what we all have been trying to do through this process. And it simply says that what you project, you disown, and therefore you do not believe is yours. You are excluding yourself by the very judgment that you are different from the one on whom you project. Since you have judged against what you project, you continue
Follow up to the requested items. Let's see.
because you continue to keep it separated. By doing this unconsciously, you try to keep the fact that you are attack yourself out of lack of awareness, and thus imagine that you have made yourself safe. So that whole notion of this organization that they're making themselves safe, it's counterproductive.
Yes.
Because it's other human beings as less, it's not to see them as whole or yourself as whole.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Reverend Clarence. That was helpful.
Oh, you're more than welcome. We're all in this together.
Yes,
We have hit,
Yes.
as they say, Lisa gave us an opportunity to get on one accord. That one accord is love. That's setting everything right. Amen.
Amen.
Wonderful. This is so good.
Yes.
So
Yes, and it's not ending. We are going to come back in another form. And like I said, there are people who are listening every day. I see more and more views of the videos, the recordings of these sessions. So I give thanks to everyone who is paying attention to the recordings, doing the exercises that are being shared each day. And your energy, your effort is making a difference in all that is happening in our country and in our world. There were yes. There were two little things that I wanted to share. One, folks have heard us ending the calls with namaste. And I just wanted to just give a brief definition for me what namaste means. For me, it's when I say it, I'm going into my heart and saying, the divine light of God within me acknowledges and honors the divine light of God within you. So when I say namaste, just know that it is a deep and abiding honor and respect and love for you. And because I see the God light in you. And the last thing that I want to share is, as I sat down today with this session, I went to Spirit as I always do and asked if there was a message for 30 Days of Love. And this is the message that Spirit gave to me to give you. As you have set forth your pure intention to anchor me on your earth plane, the desires of your hearts for greater joy, peace, health, healing, and abundance are anchored as well. In doing this action, you have transformed yourselves energetically and physically in ways that will be revealed to you anon. All is yours now. Continue the practice of bringing love into yourself, for as you do so, all around you experience me as well. Blessed be.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Lisa, I just want to honor you. I thank you so much. So many amazing things have been unfolding during this 30 days of love, and I know I have consciously been setting the intention every day to hold a sacred space for this call, and it has just blessed my life immensely, and I know that it will continue to, the blessings will continue to unfold. So I'm just so thankful for you and who you are. And I say namaste to you, and I also say namaste to all of the facilitators and the participants that have been holding this sacred space as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't have anything else to say except I am so full and so thankful for all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say that. I don't think there's a word. In fact, my daughter said to me, Mom, you need to coin a new word that goes to the level of the gratitude and grace and the love and the experience that we're having now. So if you guys come up with anything, I am willing to receive it. Okay. So with all that, with all the divine love in my heart, the divine light of God within me that honors the divine light of God in you, I say namaste.
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 Namaste all.
Namaste all. Be blessed, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you,
Namaste.
my dear, dear loving sister. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Amen.